love Dorito Casserole. We do at my house. Do you have your favorite Dorito Casserole recipe? We do at my house. Sometimes I'm just one of those Dorito Casserole moods, and that's what I'm in today. Hi everybody, Patty Dooley here with Tupperware, and today we are fixing Dorito Casserole in our stack cooker. I'm going to cook the meat in here, and I'm going to cook put the casserole in here, and everything all in one thing. So what I'm doing is I'm cooking it in the stack cooker. If you watched my YouTube channel before, you've heard me talk many times about the stack cooker. You can do a whole meal in here. You can brown foods in here, cook meats in here, and you can steam vegetables, potatoes. You can make desserts. It's just an amazing piece of Tupperware, and I love to use it. These even comes with a cone that you can do bundt cake, sticky buns, stuff like that in it. We're not using this today, so we're just going to set this over here to the side. But the first thing we want to do is brown our meat. And so I'm taking the 3-quart bowl, and I'm just setting that out of the way. And we're going to take the 1 3/4 quart casserole part here, and then the colander part, and we're going to set that right inside there, just like that. And to that, we're going to take a pound. I've got just a little bit over a pound, not much, but I'm going to take my ground beef, and I'm just going to put it in here. And yeah, my hands are clean. I washed everything before, and I'm going to break that up a little bit and wipe my hands off here, because next we're going to take the Power Chef. I want to add onions and some mushroom and things like that to my Dorito casserole. Now everybody has their own favorite recipe. You can do yours however you like, jalapenos, everything like that in it. So sometimes I just throw in whatever I have. Here I've got some onion I'm putting in here. I have some garlic. I'm a garlic person, so the more the merrier. And because the garlic and the onion are a little bit harder to chop, I'm going to start these down first, and I'm just going to pull the cord. I've got the blade in here, so you can see how it's just chopping right there. And to that, I'm going to add some fresh mushrooms. Got that, and I've got some cilantro, and I'm going to put that in here. Put the top back on, and we're going to begin to pull that again. And there you go. I mean, this chopped that fast. Set that aside. Get my spatula here and just show you it's got everything chopped in there. And what we're going to do is we're going to sprinkle just a little bit of salt in this, and the reason is that it helps flavor the meat. I've got about half a teaspoon here. I'm just going to sprinkle that in and kind of mix it. Is really all I want to do into the vegetables, and then I'll just mix this into the meat. So we're going to bring our stack cooker back over here, and we're just going to take the onions and the mushroom and everything that we chopped up and put it right here on the top, because this is going to cook it. And I'm using my Tupperware silicone spatula here. Love this thing. It gets in, because of the straight edge, it gets in the little creases, the corners, and I can get the stuff out. Now I don't know about you, but when I watch cooking shows and they start scraping stuff out, they leave so much food in the thing, and I'm like, what the heck, you know, you need all that other food. So we've got that spread around on there. And I'm just going to take my hands here and kind of mix this in, break the meat up just a little bit, so I can get the onions and everything mixed into the meat so it'll flavor it. So we have this done. I'll take my rag to clean my hands with. And we are just going to put the top on here. And generally most meats cook like 6 minutes a pound. You may have to play with this a little bit in your microwave. Each one is different, so you know the settings are different. So I have like a 1250 watt microwave, so it's going to take 6-7 minutes here, and then this meat will be done. So I'm going to put this in and I will be right back. Okay, so we have the meat in the microwave, so we need to finish mixing up other stuff for the casserole. Let me clean my little area off here. And in my Dorito casserole, I like to put black beans. Sometimes I put corn in it, stewed tomatoes in it. I use stewed tomatoes because my family's not really crazy over tomatoes, but I am. It's like a soup or a casserole is not complete unless it has tomatoes in it. But I'm just going to drain my black beans right here. It's nice how they do these new cans. They've got the tops that just pull off. Now I'm just going to strain these out a little bit, get that extra juice out. And then I'm going to take my fix and mix bowl here. Now I could probably, well, no, I'm going to do it in here. I was going to say I could fix it in the other, but we'll do it like this. And then I've got the beans in here, and now to that I want to add some cream of mushroom soup. Like I said, everybody's is different. Everybody's recipe is different here, so we're just going to dump this can. It's like so super easy and so fast to make this. It's one of those go-to meals. We've got that in there. And then I'm going to take my can opener, set this out of the way, and I'm going to open up my stewed tomatoes. Now, if I know you haven't seen me use this before on the videos, usually I have everything open and already set up, but this breaks the seal on the can, so it does not leave any cut edges on here for you, which is good when you're around, you know, little kids. They can help you do this and you don't have to worry about that. So as it's turning, it's breaking that seal, and once you get all the way around, you'll feel a little pop there. I usually give it a couple extra times. And then the little beak here on the front, you've got your handles wide open, and you're going to pinch that on there and then just pull the top up just like that. So we have that done. Now back to my bowl, I'm going to add the stewed tomatoes with the broth, or the juice, tomato juice, whatever you want to call it. Excuse me. And then I'm going to stir this around in here, get that part mixed. And then I can take my spatula and I can just break these tomatoes down in half. Like I said, to me, it is not a casserole or a good soup without the tomatoes in it. If it calls for tomatoes, that's what makes it to me. So I'm going to stir this around. Make sure I break up some of these tomatoes. And then this way, if you have people that don't like tomato, you know, they like the flavor but they don't want to eat the tomato, then with the bigger chunks like this, they're easy to see and all they have to do is pick them out. So that's why I do it. So we've got that in there. Scrape that off. And to that I want to add some sour cream. I'm just going to dip me out a big dollop of sour cream. Now this this recipe is not for those who are on a fat-free diet. So if you happen to be one of those people, you can substitute, or vegans, you can substitute, you know, however you want to do your recipe, but this just happens to be one of the ways we do it. In here in my spice container, I have some chili seasoning I have made up, and I'm going to put a couple of teaspoons in here, which this is a half a teaspoon. Or maybe a whole tablespoon. 3 teaspoons equal a tablespoon. I'm going to stir that in. So most everything when I get done, the meat will be done. All of this, like tomatoes are already cooked. The beans are already cooked. And I really can sit and snack on it before everybody gets home. But it's like a super fast, easy recipe to do. And I want to make sure I get all my sour cream stirred in here. Now you can see with my silicone spatula, I'm going to stir this up and get it around the sides. I love this because of the rounded edge in the bowl. All I have to do is just go around like that, and it gets all of that off the side. So you're not leaving stuff behind when you scrape and mix things up. I don't know that I'm going to need really much salt in here because it is already salted in the soup and stuff. So I'm just going to put about, maybe a 1/4 teaspoon of salt in here. And just from this little bit right here, it already smells awesome. And I really want to get that sour cream incorporated in here. Now to here, you can add jalapeno peppers, anything that you like in your Dorito casserole. You can go ahead and mix the corn in here, all of that. And like I said, it's just super fast and super easy to make. So our microwave has stopped, and I'm going to go get that out. As with anything that you're taking out of the microwave that you cook with, always open the lid away from your face. Do you see that steam come out of there? Woo! That would hurt. And I'm going to take my spoon here and kind of break up the meat. You can see, well, before I really do anything to it, I'm going to turn it up here and let you look. So you can see it is, well, all of this meat is cooked. Depending on the amount of meat in here, you may take a couple of extra minutes, you know. But generally it's 6 minutes a pound on full power. So the onions are cooked now. The garlic is cooked in here. And I am just going to break up the chunks a little bit. And see what has happened, because I cooked it with the strainer part, all the grease and stuff, the fats have drained down into this bottom container, or the 1 3/4 quart, and I don't have to worry about all of that being in the meat or in the casserole, making it greasy. So I'm going to dump this meat right on in there, just like that. And you know what? There is too much stuff to leave there, too much onions and garlic to leave behind, so we're going to scrape that out. You want to have all that goodness in there. So we are going to set this to the side because it's hot and we don't need that part anymore. Now I'm just going to stir the meat in with the beans and the soup and the sour cream and the seasonings until it's all well mixed. And if I didn't mention it before, this is the Fix and Mix bowl. This one is from a couple of years ago that they had out at Halloween. So it was black with an orange top. We have these out every so often. They're not something that's carried in the catalog all the time. So if you're looking for a Fix and Mix bowl, leave a comment or email or message me on Facebook, and I will put you on a list and let you know when these come out on sale. And then you can get yours when they're out. So we have all that mixed in. Now we're going to take the 3-quart bottom of the stack cooker, the very last piece here. And of course, for Dorito casserole, you got to have Doritos. So yeah, I just buy some cheap stuff and not worry about it. And I just have the top open, and I'm going to squish. I'm not going to squish the entire bag, but I'm going to put a layer on the bottom, just like that. Spread that around. And then I'm going to take half of this mixture, and to see, I mean, it makes a good bit. So we're going to do about half of it in the bottom here. Get all that goodness off there. And we're going to spread that around out here on the bottom. And like I said, if you're on a diet or anything like that, this is not for a diet recipe. I've got some cheese in here. Use your favorite cheese, whatever that might be. I just happen to be a very sharp cheddar cheese person. The more sharp, the better to me. And I'm going to sprinkle a layer and cover that up right there. Now I'm going to squish up a little bit more of the bag and add another layer of chips. Broken up chips. I'm getting a lot of fine pieces in here, like a crust. So I've got that in there. Break up these couple of big ones that came out. Make sure that's spread all around. And then we're going to take what's left in this bowl and pour right on top of there. Make sure we get out all that goodness with our spatula. Because I'm telling you what, it's smelling good, just, and it hasn't even went back into heat through. There we go. So I'm going to spread this all out. Now this will feed a good 4, 5, 6 people. Just what I've got here. And then I'm going to take a little bit more chips on the top. I want just a light crust, not a whole lot. Like I said, this is not for those who are on a diet at all. And then I'm going to take some more cheese, and I'm going to sprinkle that over the top. Now from here, I'm just going to put the top back on, and I'm going to reduce the power to about 50% in my microwave, because everything is cooked. You don't want to recook this, you simply want to reheat this. Now the soup part and the beans and all of that has not been heated yet, so you want to be able to just reheat that, but you don't want to recook your meat. A lot of people think, you know, I cook in the microwave and it comes out too rubbery. Either one, you cooked it too long, or two, if you reheated it, you cooked it again at full power. So that's why the edges get hard and dry out, and it just tastes awful. So always reduce your power to 50 to 70%, depending on what you're doing, and then heat it up that way. So I'm going to put the top on this because right now I'll reheat this when everyone gets home for dinner tonight, which is a few hours from now. And then all I have to do is do some green beans or some kind of vegetable to go with this, and we have dinner done. I mean, you've seen I did the whole entire recipe right here in front of you and never had to break away and say, I'll be right back. You watched from start to finish just how fast this casserole can go. So this is my recipe for you today. I hope you enjoy it. If you do a Dorito casserole at your house, comment, you know, how do you make yours? What goes in your Dorito casserole? Being that we're not big, really hot and spicy eaters, you know, I can adjust the spices. Now, if you're a big hot and spicy eater, add those peppers and everything else in it. Those green chilies, adobo peppers, all that. Whatever you like in your casserole, add that to it. So I hope you enjoy the recipe, and if you have questions about the stack cooker, at the time of this video, it is still on sale. So you will want to get with me by November. No, yeah. What day am I in? You'll want to get with me by November 10th, 2017, this Friday, to get yours that's on sale. If you want, just message me on Facebook at facebook.com/twpattydooley, or email me at pattydooley@hotmail.com to get your stack cooker. Check back in the videos that I have for other stack cooker recipes. Follow along with me on Facebook. On Facebook, I have started doing a daily vlog type thing where I do a recipe of the week, organizing tip, kitchen planning tips, all sorts of things like that. So just follow me along on Facebook, like the page over there, and then that way you can keep up with what's going on. Click subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you like this video, share it with a friend. So I will see you guys soon. I'm really wanting to get into doing some holiday cooking, so I will be bringing some videos on that, on some cookies and sweets and all that sort of thing that we probably shouldn't eat a lot of, but probably will. So you guys have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.